Doing, 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 doing. Good gamers know when to be nice. What's up, yo? This is NekoPastel, and welcome back to the letter.
Hello.
Where we left off. What happened when we left off?
We get scared out of the house.
Oh yeah.
Bitch! Why you mad?
The whole group is together and we're outside. We have got away from the pale bitch and we're going to move on. As always though, we need to start with the journal because we have some new entries on October 30th.
Happy Halloween Eve.
Happy Halloween Eve. What's good?
Oh, you missed it.
Oh, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Wait, did I miss something?
You missed the Cocoa Pops thing.
I did miss the Cocoa Pops. Fair enough, I did miss the Cocoa Pops, so I guess well, I guess I will let you read this one here.
Oh, sorry, we missed out the non-branded chocolate cereal.
That one. Aye. Copyright. Even for cereal.
Sunday, October 30th. After leaving their friends an urgent message, Ashton turned to Isabella's apartment. He found the girl already up and about, cooking. Seeing his exhaustion, Isabella reminded him that he should take care of himself first and offered him food. With a muttered thanks, he accepted. Didn't know what the fuck it was, though, because it was weird and brown and white and...
Aye. To be fair, Isabella wouldn't spike him or anything like that, you know.
Well, she's the pale bitch.
I cooked it especially for you.
Zachary arrived at Salemville, tired and frazzled. Upon learning that he had come from the Ermengarde mansion that morning, Ashton could only express his relief that he was safe. An amused Zachary teased him for worrying. Put that motherfucker in a headlock. Much to the other man's embarrassment. That bitch ain't going nowhere.
I've ruined his pretty hair. I love it. It still says news, so I think there's even more to read. That is even more to read. You've got two more to read. I'm sorry.
And according to the art, fucking Ashton and Rebecca are having a thirst off.
Oh yeah.
To Ashton and Isabella's relief, Rebecca later called back. Soon she showed up at Salemville, looking worse for wear. When the detective asked about it, worried, all the red, pink, technically not red, could give was a frustrated answer. Fortunately, before the topic turned grim, Isabella stepped in.
I mean, to be fair, they do look pretty concerned.
Yeah.
And if you tell your friends that you get hit by a steel book cart, then
Like an old-fashioned one.
Aye, obviously our friends would be a little bit concerned.
Nasty.
With the help of his friends, Ashton tried to find a way to free themselves of the curse, piecing together what they currently know before they can figure out a ruckus coming from Isabella's closet or the sounds of the room.
People need to read that, you know. That's fine. Just pause.
You can read it. It's right there.
Just pause the video. You'll be able to read that. We all know what happened. The pale bitch came out the closet.
Ha!
The pale bitch came out the closet.
What's that sound? It's the sound of an angry lesbian. Just grab some tune.
Give me that, honey.
A dreary downpour starts off the Monday. Although it doesn't last for more than an hour, the dark clouds lift just after the sun peeks over the horizon. Brief as it is, the rain has significantly dampened the park's usual cheery vibe. Mornings like this often mark the start of another bad week. An arrest gone wrong, another investigation leading to a dead end, or some truly fucked up shit being called in. Like that one time I was dispatched in the scene where a guy gouged his own eyeball out and almost ate it. What? Okay, what kind of cycles do you have in Luxborn? What a few chews away from the swallowing in. Let me try that again. Okay.
Fun time.
I never even got to read it. Whatever. Aye. Fun. Of course, I doubt anything could top getting cursed by a damn chain letter of all things.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. This is something else. And all that came out was a fucking... Yeah. What's wrong with me?
This is the sort of stupid thing people pass along as a prank through emails and text messages, for fuck's sake. A ghost chasing after you just puts the icing on that cake. Cake.
Just turn into Homer Simpson every time somebody brings up food. Oh, cake. Oh, what a day. My car wouldn't start, and my food was cold, and there's an ancient Japanese demon chasing me and my friends. Could this day get any worse?
God.
And then it's like an old 1970s cop show that the chief comes in. Frey!
You're fired.
You're fired!
Oh. So far, all we've done is run, snoop about, read stuff and run again. It frustrates me to no end how we're still no closer to an answer. Even my car reflects the state my mind is in. Oh no, Shirley!
She's dead.
Photocopies of documents litter everywhere, every available surface. Scattered all over the place, spilling from the passenger side and into the back seat, making an entire mess of what little space there is. Not that I'm any better. Oh, story update. My last shower was 24 hours ago. I haven't slept at all, and my last meal was that chocolate porridge thing Isabella offered.
Be grateful, you asshole.
It's
like
porridge?
someone made it for like, what is this chocolate porridge? What am I, 5?
It's good. Like, the way I am now, I'll definitely get a scolding. Yes, you will. Rebecca will definitely give me an earful and tell me to take care of myself better. Say that I'm killing myself on the job. I can already hear Isabella complaining how dark the bags under my eyes are getting, and how I reek and how I need to shower pronto.
I can rest easy when this is all over.
We all can, so let's get this over with quickly. It's not that I can feel the pang of hunger. With that woman chasing after you, it's difficult not to feel anything other than horror. The rush of adrenaline coursing through my veins and my desperation to survive. In fact, I can still sense the ghost of her touch from last night.
Bad choice of words.
Bad choice of words. Her bony digits wound tightly around my ankle, and that horrid smile she has on her as she pulls me closer. The memory's enough to send a shiver up my spine and make me antsy. Perhaps the only thing comforting about this is the sight of my gun nearby. Oh, look. And to think I actually had a gun just like that for thumbnails, but I had to resort to using my Diva power bank for last thumbnail. Oh, I'm stupid. Are you kidding me? Ophelia's the name of his gun.
That's a little bit psychopathic.
So not only does he name his car, he names his gun. This guy's a regular Dante for Devil May Cry, isn't he?
Just imagine, like, as he does it, like, goes to shoot someone, you hear him going, I know what you're thinking, Ghost. Did he fire 14 shots or did he fire 15? In all this excitement, I forgot myself. No, it was 15 and then just runs away.
I just... Because, like, Dante for
Does
Devil
he
May
just have it on
Cry...
the dashboard?
I'm assuming so.
This is supposed to be England. Did you have any idea what the police would do if you walk by a car and there's like a 9mm just on the top of the car?
Like, I'm assuming it's, like, in the dashboard, though.
Oh no, just the one that was like from my dashboard, it's like sitting on the top, and I'm like, god damn,
What about the thing that you can open and close, though? It was probably
in the glove box, like, sunlight couldn't get to it there.
Fair enough. But Dante for Devil May Cry names his guns Ebony and Ivory, so as soon as I seen that gun, I just thought Ivory, because, you know, it's like a white sterling silver. Whatever. From my dashboard, sunlight glints off Ophelia's surface and I aim the mouse down. Normally, I keep it hidden in a compartment.
Like you should, you
there
fucking psychopath.
Luxbourne police regulations only allows authorised people to carry firearms, and even those are limited.
That is actually true here. Well,
yes.
I know Scottish and English laws are different.
Mm-hmm.
Here, we have like a specific part of the police called the Armed Forces Unit.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently Scotland is not as harsh as England. You can have a gun here, you just need a firearms licence.
Right. Fair enough. There's some trivia for you. I do have that authorization, but I never really saw the need for its use, when the standard issue tasers are more than good enough to incapacitate anyone. If not, I can always throw them on their back. Those judo lessons Dad forced me to get as a kid has its uses too. On a ghost though, all of those would probably yield the same result. They're all useless. I might as well use a stick. I don't think that's going to work either, to be fair. It's just going to like phase through her.
To be fair, like, a lot of the physical stuff people have been using has seemed to work so far.
Yeah. Because Becky gives the book. Okay.
That would be kind of
never mind.
awkward. Like the ghost is like, imagine in The Grudge, she's sitting there going, and then just like uppercut, it's like, ah!
I could just imagine
What
like
the fuck, man?
I can just imagine Ashton like swatting her with a stick, like you
Just
know.
starting doing boxing lessons. You come in and it's just turned into like a slap fest.
Slapstick. However, it's the feeling of ease I'm after, or what little of it I can gather from it. The awareness that I, at least, have something to protect myself with in case things go wrong. That I can still protect the people who are still depending on me despite the missteps I've taken. It doesn't take the edge off though. The feeling that your whole body has been strained far beyond its capacity. Frankly, I'm already running out of steam. The only thing pushing me right now is knowing someone's still depending on me. A stretch is still in order though. I've been sitting here since last night. Soon, I step out from my car, closing it behind me with a thud as I take in my surroundings. The rain did wonders. The morning air feels crisper and cooler than it has ever been in days. For once, the weather seems to be taking a turn from the normal. He's probably experiencing like petrichor, like the earth is scent in the air after it starts raining, after a period of long dry weather.
Is that what that's called?
Petrichor, it's really nice.
That's not a bit of trivia for you.
Aesthetic trivia. Luxborn, normal. In the distance beyond the buildings, lining the horizon, dark clouds are blowing in.
A storm might be due this evening, give or take.
You could just check the fucking weather, you know.
Aye. Saying that though, the weather forecast isn't always accurate.
Believe me, I work outside. I despise the Weather Channel because they're like, don't worry, today's gonna be sunny. And I look outside and there's snow blowing. Ha! Just a prank, bro.
Fuck off.
Like the actual weather, man. I was lying. Fuck off.
A shame for the people looking forward to Halloween tonight.
It's not tonight. It's October 30th, is it not?
Wait a second.
Or is this... No, because I think last night was October 30th. Now it's October 31st.
It's October 31st, so Halloween
So it's
night.
Halloween.
It's Halloween. I'm just not sure whether this is something I can look forward to as well. Still, I bask in the change it brings. Exhale. Let me try that again. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in, taking in the peace. As if it will be my last. But as with all the good things, the quiet shortly comes to an end. Not necessarily a bad end. The chatter reaches my ears first, halting my movements. Sure enough, when I glance up, I find them, Zach, Rebecca, and Isabella, just as they've entered the park grounds, bags of convenience store food in hand.
Munchies.
Munchies! After last night's flight from Salemwell, I've elected to stay the night here, unsure if our own homes will still be safe. Normally, we'd all be... Let me try that again. I was reading just fine a second ago, I don't know where that's coming from. Normally, we'd all be adverse to the idea of spending the night outside like this, but panic and distress has tainted that decision. It's not like any of us has gotten an ounce of sleep anyway. On the off chance one of us did, it only lasted but a second, or it's a fitful one. But looking at them right now, from afar, it's easy to mistake them for just a group of friends on a day out. Isabella's gesturing wildly with her arms as she talks. She's just like flinging them in the air.
It's like that weird heavy rain thing when you put the animation to like 500%.
Aye, that's her right now. Something funny or amusing, probably because it's soon followed by Zach booming laughter and Rebecca's giggles. Their voices fill the atmosphere that they recover very quickly for being chased by a
Just
pale
imagine,
bitch.
like, last night, incredibly terrified, has PTSD, he's ready to start crying, and the morning after, he's doing like the tightest laugh from Final Fantasy, just
Aye, that's the best. Their voices fill the atmosphere with light air, temporarily easing off the disheartening mood. It's easy to pretend we're not knee-deep in a life and death situation, the way they're acting now. I'm no kidding. If anything, it's only their appearance that betrays that mask. Slightly dishevelled, bags under their eyes, and exhausted curving their shoulders and dragging footsteps. But the closer they get, the more obvious these signs are to the naked eye. Zack tosses an energy drink my way the moment the distance allows it. Isabella hands me another bag she's holding before seating herself on the edge of the fountain.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that shit. The scent of warm food immediately wafts from the bag when I open it, carried further by a passing breeze.
My god. Look what the energy drink is called.
Energy sheep. Oh, yang. Whatever.
They have like crazy advertising.
They do. They're on everything. Whatever sweet sauce they've drizzled on this pork wannabe, it smells heavenly. Hell, even the sorry looking vegetables seem appetising. Despite myself, without even checking exactly what this is, hunger swiftly takes over every rational thought. I dig in without waiting for them to start. The rest of them appear to be in the same mind too. Soon enough, they also start with theirs. No casual talk while we fill our empty stomachs. Exhausted as we all are, food is something we can't forgo. Forgo. Did I say that right? Is that right?
You said it right.
Exhausted as we all are, food is something we can't forgo. Starvation dulls the thinking, weakens the body. If we are to survive this, we're going to have to take care of ourselves first. In a matter of minutes, we're done and dumping the empty cartons on a nearby waste bin. Along with it is the shift in the mood. Back to
Dismal.
Back to dismal. Back to the problem at hand. The comfortable atmosphere from minutes ago was nice while it lasted. Admittedly, I've missed these kinds of moments between us. We never had the chance. Always busy on some project or work. The things we've taken for granted. Now we're realising how valuable they are. The world has an awful sense of humour. Well, the one we've just had was short-lived. It's another thing I want to look forward to if we free ourselves from this damn curse. I'd like to believe there's a way. For now, we have to focus back on the present. This. Dead people. I see dead people. The letter. The curse. It's not simple to bring these up, but necessary.
What now? Where do we go from here?
We die!
We all die, and then we get the bad ending. It's not a question directed at anyone in particular, but they all look at me as if my face has all the answers in the world.
We don't ask anyone except they all look at me to provide an answer.
Yeah. That's responsibility. Like what? I used to think so. Back when I was on top of my game, and I'm still sure of everything. Now there's just uncertainty, sullying whatever decisions I come up with. At some point, logic has simply stopped working here, and we've started grasping at straws. Along with exhaustion, fatigue, and stress, we have enough kindling to get a fire burning. Oh, the not so pleasant kind of fire.
Well, first, we can't just stay here. That much is obvious.
But we can't just keep running like this either, Becca. Sooner or later, she'll...
As if we have a choice. We can't even go back to our own homes because that thing might get us. No, we're safe. But dying is the last thing I want to do right now, Isabella. Not to a stupid chain letter you were too gullible to pick up, bring with you, and show to everyone.
So now they're all playing the blame game.
I didn't do it on purpose. Becca, had I known, I wouldn't have...
Hey, you two. None of us want to die to this. Just calm down. We ain't getting anywhere shouting at each other.
Whose side are you on, Zachary?
No one's. But we can't just say it's her fault. She did warn us not to open it, and both you and Ashton...
That doesn't exempt her from any blame. She's still largely responsible for it.
And you're not?
I didn't say that! Do you really think I don't blame myself for this as well?
I tried to warn all of you. None of you listened. Now you're blaming me for something I kept telling you guys since day one? You're just as responsible for this as I am.
Truth.
So now you're throwing it back at us? We wouldn't even be having this problem if you're...
Well, you two cut it out! This ain't the place for I don't know, petty squabbles.
If you don't want to get caught in it, then stay out of this, Zachary.
Oh no, Zach! Don't stop her! Let her say it! I'm sure she has plenty more to say. If I didn't know any better, she's already.
Already what? You want me to say it? Out loud? That I find you in this whole thing?
All right, that's enough. Everyone, shut up.
Fuck. They all fought to silence at my words, and an awkward, stifling mood descends between us. I do not mean to shout, to snap at them, to add to that kindling, not in a moment when any time, anywhere she might get to one of us. We're all in the same boat, yet here we are, playing the blame game. Little by little we're falling apart, caving into the pressure, to the bleak situation we're trapped in. Did that ghost mean for this to happen? To divine each off so she can pick us off one by one right after? Who knows? Anything's possible if her kind can exist. With the fire burning between us, raising high as it does now, I'm afraid, deathly afraid, that the possibility might come sooner than I figure all of this out. Fuck. I still can't think straight. I can't even believe the next words coming out of my own mouth. That out of everyone, I have to be the one saying these to them. This is more of their forte than mine. Keeping the peace. Placating everyone?
Placating everyone.
Keeping the peace. Placating everyone. While I unintentionally aggravate people with badly chosen words. Funny how fast the tables have been turned after just one unfortunate incident. How am I even supposed to cope?
If we all want to get out of this mess in one piece, we're gonna have to cool our heads first.
Before my own temper flares, I walk away and slide back into my car. If the door slams with more force than needed, I'd like to blame it on the pent-up anger boiling up in me. I'm not even sure what or who I'm angry at. The ghost? At them? Or maybe at myself for being this useless. Because despite none of them saying it, I know, damn it. They're still counting on me. In spite of my failures, or every harsh word I've uttered, or how unbearable I can be as a friend. It's there when the tension after the argument finally breaks, and one by one, they follow me and get into the car. It's in concerned glances they shoot my way when I start the engine without a word and drive off. It's in their silence, a heavy gift, their unwavering trust. Yet it's more than willing to carry even through my own exhaustion, if only to keep them safe. In this city of 68,000 strangers, they're the only ones I have left. Okay.
Uncalled for, Becca.
That was uncalled for, Becca, to be fair. I just skipped another piece of dialogue.
Whoopsie doodles.
You'd think I have arthritis, like my hands are so cold because the window's open.
Butterfingers.
That was my bad, I do apologise. I guess I could just read it off of the backlog, because why not? Is it here?
Yeah, I was though in all seriousness.
Though in all seriousness, a good rest is still our best bet for now. And then there we go. Hold on. I'll bring it closer to his.
Thinking with an exhausted brain is almost as good as running around in circles. We might as well just throw ourselves at that ghost and be done with this. Get a pub!
Go to the pub.
Local Irish pub may not be the best place to hang around when one hasn't slept a wink or you're stressed. More than often than not, it's loud. Sometimes the music played by drunkards grates the ears and the whole place smells like piss on a bad day. I love pubs. All in all, it's the very definition of the last place I'll hang around after a wakeful night.
I thought because he was saying the scent of piss, I thought you were going to hit it with
I like the smell of piss.
I thought that was what you were going to hit it with.
Oh no!
Oh god.
But it's safe.
It's safe.
Or as safe as it can be with G's security watching the place. It makes it easy to find help in case you find yourself in a tight spot. The place being owned by a person I've The place being owned by someone I've implicitly placed my trust on provides some semblance of comfort to. Gregor, bartender G, or just G to his regular patrons, might be rough around the edges, sometimes a bit too gruff for a man serving drinks behind the counter, but he belongs to the good folk of this city. If there's anyone in this place I can rely on... what is wrong with me? If there's anyone in this place I can rely on to look after people important to me, it's probably him. He means well. Surprisingly, despite his surly demeanour, cares to some extent for people he likely only sees once or twice a week or on a bad day. Not the best job in the world, in my opinion, but that's exactly it, isn't it? In wine, there is truth. Alcohol, in this case.
They're going to drink, aren't they?
It loosens the tongue, forces one to let his or her guard down. Whatever inhibitions anyone has, it all flies straight out the window after a few glasses. It's made him observant too. Always has one or two things to say about someone or something. Most of the time it's me. Opinionated arse. But God knows how many times I've asked for his help when I'm met with a dead end in a case or I'm in trouble. This time is no different.
Oh.
Kinda sad that he doesn't have a face though.
Ah, that's sad. Where'd your face go? I love this music.
I love it. Din, 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 din.
I think it's called Midnight Stroll, Midnight Walk. I'll need to put the name of the song down below, and even on the screen, should I say. I really want this soundtrack on my phone because it's just that solid.
Can I wait for when it goes on sale, Yang Yang?
I think it's on sale.
Oh,
You can buy it now, so I'm just going to be a good supporter of Yang Yang Mobile and put the link down to it below.
Sorry, I just got reminded of that Vine there. You see those guys on the left?
Oh.
Two guys in an Irish pub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Fuck.
Oh. But as expected, the moment we show up, he's kind enough to offer us a room at the back of his shop. A single look at my face, I don't even need to say anything, and the next thing we know, he's leading us in. No questions asked. Maybe it's also for this reason why I find myself drifting towards a station hours later, after having gotten that much needed shut-eye. Newly washed drinking glasses and tumblers line the counter surface when I enter the room. Behind the bar, G's busy wiping each of them clean, likely prepping it for tonight's use.
Alright, who wants to get pissed?
I've got to say, he has an impressive selection. By the looks of it anyway.
You have bloody bottle, big ass... Oh, I want a shot of that thing.
What
like
the fuck
entire
is that?
jug worth.
That's not even a jug, they're jars. What is that?
Briefly, he glances up at me, once I claim one of the empty stools and grab a rocks glass sitting closest to my elbow.
Whiskey on the rocks? Oh, on the rocks.
Turning it absently-mindedly in my palm, just to keep my hands occupied when my brain's busy, still trying to make sense of everything. Even at a dead hour, with only a few patrons milling about, this place still smells strongly of liquor. Honestly, I've never grown fond of it.
Those ice cubes look sexy though. Look at that art. Those are some Ignis ice cubes right there.
Regardless of how many times I've made a trip, or sat here, on the same spot, just talking with the old man.
Who the fuck you calling old boy?
I've never been fond of drinking in the first place. Yeah, see, that's where me and you differ, my friend.
Yes.
Yet, oddly, it's the nasty odour of a brewery that helps clear the mind of me.
Interesting.
Along with the lack of the establishment's usual hubbub and the occasional clinking of glasses.
Hubbaba.
Hubbaba. Hubbaba. Even more bizarre.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Even more bizarre is that through my lack of words, G doesn't say anything. As he has no mouth to say anything because he has no fucking face. I just died. Although it's clear from the way his mouth has cut.
What mouth?
Curved up in a tight frown that he has questions. A bucket load of it. He wisely keeps it shut. Instead, he simply focuses back on his work. Rinse, wipe, stash away, repeat. Probably should be doing that in the toilet, no one open.
Yes.
Going through the motions with such familiarity, it's almost a trance. watching his precise movements quietly like this, with these thoughts swirling inside. This is I lose track of everything around me. One solidly done this. One possible way to sort this out. But will it work? Especially if my assumption's correct, and that the reason Zach was there yesterday morning was because of the curse. Something must have happened there for him to see the need to visit the place that morning. What if the couple has fallen victim to the curse too?
I mean, they have.
They have.
Quite awfully too.
It doesn't fall outside the realm of possibility. I've been so biased, not even thinking that they might be in danger as well. But during the open house with Isabella, they might have seen the letter, and... fuck.
Stupid. Some fucking detective I am.
It's like at the moment when Cooper saw it. If the logic holds, I need to hurry there right away. And if there are answers anywhere, it would be there. It should be there, where all of this fucking mess started. It's not only my life on the line here, there are others. What happened to us? I won't wish on anyone else, no matter how much I loathe them. Or how complicated all of this has suddenly become. The letter, the woman, the mansion. And now there are the voices lacing venom inside every crevice in my head. Murmurs that jeer, scoff and deride whenever an opportunity presents itself.
It's because you didn't listen.
Oh, who the fuck, who?
It's all your fault.
Begone, thought!
Begone! Desist!
Why won't you believe me?
A reminder of what I failed to do, and of who I failed. At some point they all begin to blur together, twining and coiling. Every horrid image and memory of her seeking the forefront of my mind. No matter how much I refuse to remember the fear I felt then, to push it as far back as I can, the visions come to me like a deluge. And before I know it, before I can drown, another voice pulls me out of it.
You doing good there, boy?
Oh, it's G.
His hand is on my shoulders, gripping it tightly and giving me a light shake.
Or the officer. Or the taxi driver.
Lot of like...
one of the triplets, anyway.
And you met us that I'm one of the famous Luxborn quintuplets.
Aye.
Me brother's a police chief, I run a pub, one of my other brother's a taxi driver, one of my other brother's a dentist, and my brother's a prostitute, but we don't talk about him.
Oh god. You read that, didn't you?
I did.
Ah. There he is.
There's relief in his face when I finally look up at him, although his frown appears more distinct than the concern in his eyes.
Look at that moustache though. He's got the porn
Keeps
tax
it
going
well
on.
trimmed. It's deeper now, marred with worry and agitation. He does let go when I offer him a small nod, but the furrow between his eyebrows never leaves his face. He always has a knack for reading people, after all. Even someone who can be as closed off or distant as me. And all the time I've spent in the force, there's only one other person who's as keen as this old guy. The chief. Funny you should mention that.
That's funny you should mention that. You don't say.
Funny. And weird to some degree. I've pointed it out to him so many times before how much they look alike, only for the observation to be brushed off with a vehement tone.
See, Yang know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
He just like rips off the mustache, like as he's talking the mustache falls off and he puts it back on.
Aye.
Chief?
I've told you, my name's G. No.
I've never brought it up again after the third time, out of respect for the guy. Whatever it is, it's clear it's something he doesn't want to talk about.
He's my brother. He's also a prick.
Why push, right?
They've got to be, brother. They've got to be.
My dearest brother. How I hate that bastard.
However, during times like this, it's impossible for the thought not to come up. He even has the glare down pat.
The thought.
Under his wordless scrutiny, I feel like a fucking rookie again.
You're looking a bit green. Sure you got plenty of rest back there? You were only out for an hour or two. Wouldn't hurt to try and get some sleep. I'll keep an eye out.
No need. Don't worry about me. I won't be able to get some sleep anyway.
Not with her face, still a clear picture in my head, no.
TUT-TUT, heard that from you before. Not buying it. What's the story this time?
What the fuck kind of TUT-TUT was that? It was like,
TUT-TUT, heard
it was like, does it says
Wait,
TUT-TUT.
give me please. Wait.
TUT-TUT, heard that from you before. Not buying it. What's the story this time? TUT-TUT, heard that from you before. Not buying it. What's the story this time?
Oh, that is something.
TUT-TUT, heard that from you before.
Some to remix that shit.
What's the story this time?
Okay, I'm done. That was the best.
This is as bad as that case with the guy who ate his own eyeball.
Oh, told everybody that story.
Oh,
Most fucked up thing I've ever heard.
amazing.
Jesus, stop reminding me. I hated that case. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you get a kick out of telling people about it.
It's a man that ate his own fucking eyeball, Frey. You can't not tell that story.
It's gold.
It's useful, you know, for blokes who don't know their limits. Sends them right out the door after I start with a description. Or was it the part when the poor schmuck gouged his eyes out? Nasty, awful, icky stuff, and it gets the job done. Like I said, useful. Don't even need to call security these days if I want to kick someone out. Anyway, pretty sure that pales in comparison to whatever this is now.
A lot of these customers have weak stomachs,
Yeah.
I've got to say.
Haven't seen you this stressed out since they closed that case.
It's just the fact that I'm imagining, like, you're just sitting having a drink with your friends 5 feet apart because you're not gay.
Aye.
And that was like the thing. And then, like, the bartender comes over and you're like, hi, can I get like a pint of cider? And like,
I ever told you about that band that gouged his own eyeball out?
you're like, no, I would like,
Oh, it was horrible. Oh, blood and guts everywhere. Tried to eat it.
and you're like, I'm just gonna go, and like starts following you to your car.
Oh, that was only trying to swallow it.
It like runs out. There's like a dust mark of where it used to be.
Just the thing you can imagine, like the scene from Terminator, he's like running after you just to try and tell you the story.
Aye.
The one from 10 years ago with your professor friend.
Abigail and her team weren't able to solve that one, G. No one has been able to. It just went cold.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just serve drinks, listen to people's problems and their whining, then make sure they get home safe afterwards. Thing is,
Irish bird.
I'm also not blind, kiddo.
Oh.
And you can bet your ass I can tell when a person's about to fall apart.
Did you just say Irish gal? What did you say?
Well,
Irish.
I thought he was going to start. It was like, see, because he was like, I want to make sure folk get home safe. You might learn from him because he might be like, Marianne hasn't been in a good while.
Oh yeah.
What? Is this some form of therapy from you? Are you going to offer me free drinks now?
Ah, fuck that, you still be paying.
Really, I can use some right now. Something to numb the senses. But when has that helped anyone?
When everyone's heated like this, I don't think it's the best idea. Let's be fair. They're all gonna get steaming drunk and start flinging tables and shit. Pale bitches after us.
He's just like, well, guess it's time for the eyeball story.
I love that voice so much.
In your dreams, kid.
That's so good.
Last time someone gave you the hard stuff, your photographer friend had to haul you out of this place almost half naked.
Oh. Oh.
Do tell, Mr. G. Look
like
at that
to know.
smile, that crafty bastard knows all.
He liked it.
Hey, I can handle my liquor when I put my mind to it.
Not from what I've seen, nope. Besides, you usually avoid drinking. Either way, it's out of the equation. And when booze no longer counts, we just talk. So, talk. It's not like anyone within earshot will care. That chap over there only wants his cricket matches.
I doubt you believe it, G.
I've heard worse stuff. Try me.
There's a pale bitch after us.
You know that mansion down at Anslum?
Yeah, who doesn't? You live in this town long enough, it's impossible not to hear a thing or two about it. Bloody locals.
Well, my friend found a primitive version of a chain letter in there. Now that we've seen it, we're cursed.
A beat passes. For a long moment, G stands there, unmoving. His hand stopped short of placing the glass he's been wiping prior back to the rack on his left. All the while he stares at me with eyes that are nothing short of scrutinising. He probably assumes I'm joking. Who wouldn't? Not a week ago, I've been put in the same position. Man, Rebecca looks fucking evil under this light.
She does look evil under this light.
It's like, I would just imagine I see like the guy feel like fucking Hellraiser just being like, do you know what hell looks like, Isabella? I can show you.
Oh. I'll let you go ahead, because I think the voices in the background, that sounded really
Now
questionable.
that the voices in my head have stopped. Even now, in spite of the things I've seen and heard, it simply won't sink in. Or maybe this is just desperation creeping in. The idea that I may not be able to find a way out of this. Whatever the case is, for people who haven't experienced what I'm going through, this will merely sound like an awful Halloween prank.
It's not a prank.
This must have been what Isabella felt the whole time we made fun of her that day.
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Now it's too late. We're stuck in a never-ending nightmare, where the only way out might be death. And like I've expected, G's reaction to it, an amused laughter. It booms throughout the whole pub after a long bout of silence, like I've just told him a particularly funny joke.
That was a very quiet laugh. I was expecting like a look right laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Good one, kid.
Ah, damn it.
You don't want to spill. No one's forcing you. Seriously, though. Good one.
You just hear the guy in the background like, can you two shut the fuck up? I'm listening to my cricket match. Although I want to be angry with him, I can't find it in myself. Can't even muster the energy for a scowl or a glare. Nothing but a taste of my own medicine to temper the annoyance bubbling up in me, I suppose. In the end, echoing her words is the best I can do.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, all right. Good luck with that. You're on your own.
Ha! Fuck off.
Here I thought you didn't have an ounce of humour in that body. Guess I'm wrong.
That's awful.
He shakes his head, lets out another chuckle before returning to his task. By now, almost half of the glasses have been put away. The only ones remaining are the smaller kind used for shots and stemmed ones for cocktails. Despite being busy with this task, his amusement does not entirely disappear from his face. He keeps talking as if I'm simply another customer he entertains with his stories. But we both know it's more than that, if the wistful expression on him says something.
Man, can't believe you're the same rookie who walked in here almost a decade ago. Too smart for his own good, that boy. Has always been 2 steps ahead of things. Now he's here, sulking.
I must have screwed up somewhere then.
I must have screwed up a lot. For things to suddenly shift like this, for me to become a mere shadow of the person I used to be.
Nah, I don't think so. This one, screwed up? Not by a mile. It's too early to say. You've still got several years ahead of you, Holmes. Take it easy. But some things change, eh? It has been years, and you were a kid back then. You know, the sort that's a bit unsure, making all the horrible decisions in life he'd eventually be embarrassed to talk about.
You never stop calling me kid, though.
Well, you still are. It's just that this time, you're sure of who that badge and gun is for. What was it you police types usually say? To protect and serve, yeah?
That is actually not the British police's motto.
What is the British police's motto?
That's the Americans. American police I've seen as protect and serve. The British one is Semper Vigilo, which is Latin for always vigilant.
I've never heard a police officer say that.
It's on the side of the motor, and it's on their badge.
What?
Semper Vigilo. See, like the police Scotland. I don't know about down England, but see here, in the police badge you'll see Semper Vigilo.
Trivia?
So it's Latin for like forever vigilant. I think it's either like, you know, Latin has like a lot of translations. It's either always vigilant or forever vigilant.
That's really interesting. I like that.
Trivia with NekoPastel! From the both of us, as he allows its meaning to sink in and spur something in me, stirring a feeling both heavy and forceful, but not completely unwelcome, as I had to go to the toilet. Familiar. But before I can even clarify what he's trying to imply, or gather my thoughts on the matter, G turns away to begin his work on the silverwares. He'll need those too, once more of his patrons come in for lunch. Slow and easy. A sharp contrast with the strained air we've been wading through these past weeks. Sorry. A fleeting moment, but one I allow myself to relish, if only because of its absence lately. The way things are now, this is almost a gift. So, when all ends with a loud shuffling of feet from the adjacent hallway, a sigh is all that leaves me. There's no need for me to look up or to know who it is. Zack's treads alone are telling. There's always a weighted set to them, steps that are taken with a lazy cadence. Like he's always trying to make himself smaller, less conspicuous than he actually is. In a place he's unfamiliar with, he also tends to linger, stand awkwardly at the sides, as if he's all too afraid to break something.
Ah, so he's never been here before.
That, or he's waiting for a permission of some kind.
Bless him. That's oddly relative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
I think like when some people who are like a lot more introverted, it's kind of like, you know, don't kind of just wait in a dark corner, not a dark corner, but like they pick a safe spot and they kind of linger there for the night. They don't really go out.
Aye.
They don't go to the right to fraternise with new people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just some people do better in public places than other people.
Aye. That's relative.
Either way, he's never been the kind to barrel headfirst into things of forego courtesy, despite appearances. Because I think I'm kind of more extroverted, which probably annoys some people.
I'm more of an ambivert. I'm more of I have my moments where I like to be social, but there's just points where I'm just like,
leave me alone.
Aye, I have my hermit moments.
I require my space. Much like how Rebecca's mother henning belies her fiery temperament, or Isabella's rare displays of maturity appear at odds with her youth. There's been a lot of those in my life, it seems. More so from the people I've grown closer to over the years. Walking contradictions, we all are. It's a wonder how we ended up as friends in the first place. But maybe that's also exactly why. To some extent, there's still an understanding in there, and knowing that no matter how long you've been together, or how familiar you are with a person's habits, or how many lifetimes there may be for all of you, no one can ever fully know a person. Sometimes it works because they merely choose to stay. Sometimes it's as simple as someone extending a hand first for an apology, regardless of every hurtful word said.
Hey, Ash?
This time I glance at him, briefly, gauging the mood. Not because reconciliation's an issue for me. Between us, it will never be. But somehow this is another thing I'm all too afraid to see crumble in front of me. One wrong word, if this is going to end in another argument, we might as well stop as early as now. There's another long pause from him, during which he can't seem to figure out what to do with his hand. In the end, he chooses to stuff both into his pockets and drains his eyes at the now empty space behind the counter. Without our notice, G slipped back to the kitchen, leaving only the two of us, and everything awkward in the world at the moment. Still, Zack trudges on, a hopeful tone slipping into his voice, simply because it's the only thing he knows to do.
Did you, get any sleep?
It's a start, at least. A stiff one, but it's a start. At least I can offer in return, is that rare honesty.
For a few. A few hours, yeah.
Cut. Risk. Not an ounce of friendliness in it. In spite of it, Zack takes it as a sign. Relief washes over him as his shoulders relax and he releases a tense breath. Soon, he's closing the distance he has put between us and flops onto the chair to my right.
I think the better question is if the dreams are pleasant. And for the record, no.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get those a lot.
He shifts in his seat, coughs, drums his fingers on the counter for a short while, then falls silent. That's it. No apologies. Somehow that short exchange is all we need. The air changes again, much like everything we've known lately. Maybe not for the better. Not yet. However, it's less suffocating, with less hostility and resentment. The kind where it's easy to pretend, easy to forget. Not that it's a thing that'll happen anytime soon, but one can dream. In a situation where death might come knocking at any time, it's these little hopes we cling to. It's in these little things that we wish will happen again. I'm not an optimistic person by nature. Hopeful, maybe, but never optimistic. Though I want to believe there's a way we'll live through this nightmare. It's just funny how it took all of this to spur these kinds of thoughts in me. I can't remember the last time something like it has occurred to me. For some reason, after seeing one harrowing thing after another, I've simply forgotten.
Why are you suddenly smiling like that?
Because you're sexy.
I shipped it.
Huh? Oh, no, I was just thinking about something.
Well, it better be something that'll get us out of this mess.
What makes you think I know how to fix this? Until 2 days ago, I didn't even believe a word you guys have been telling me. Zach, I function better when I'm dealing with homicide cases.
Well, you give it enough time and it's gonna be a homicide case. Fuck. Sorry, morbid.
Feel free to throw in the usual robbery and missing persons case into the mix. I don't care. Give me a few days and I'll give you a lead. This isn't how I operate. This isn't what I'm good at. For all you know, I might even end up getting us killed. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, the fact that you're frustrated but still trying already means something, Ash. Besides, you don't make that face unless you already have an idea. It can't be any worse than this. Maybe. What's on your mind, Ash?
There really is something about Z-Man. Between Rebecca and him, I tend to share with him things I won't normally say to the other. Unlike her who pushes, sometimes with the same tenacity as her moods, Zach has a strange tendency to ease people into telling him what he wants to know. Oftentimes, the question feels so subtle it catches me off guard, with less force and more forbearance. After all, out of everyone, he's the most grounded. Really, he's like the older brother I never had. The kind you can depend on when things go sour. The kind you tell things to simply because he'll listen, without forcing his own opinions on you.
We still have one more lead we haven't checked. I'm gonna look into it tonight.
It doesn't take him long to put two and two together, and his calm expression abruptly dissolves to worry the second he realises what I meant. We've already examined the letter, read through piles of documents. There's really only one thing we haven't given a once-over.
The mansion. See?
We
the
don't
game
need to
was
say it
even...
again.
Wait, like... You, me, and the game, we just done that in unison
The
right there.
trifecta of... Oh.
Aye.
Of course, Zach may not be the king to push, but that doesn't mean he agrees with everything that comes out of my mouth. Like that one time I sneezed on him. It's his way of keeping me steady on my feet through the years.
Hold on, didn't you tell me not to go in there? Whatever happened to stay away from Luke Wright?
You're an unarmed civilian, Zach.
And so?
I can shoot him.
So, I want you to stay here and keep yourself safe. I probably won't take too long, but I don't know what might happen. I'm not even sure if I'll find something in there. G will keep an eye on you guys. If you need anything, that woman shows up, just holler. He'll help out, no questions asked. You don't even need to explain anything.
Huh?
He's not going there alone, is he?
I hope not.
He's not willing to concede. Not from the manner he grips his knees or the rigid set to his jaw.
I'm going with you. You can't go in there alone, Ash. I heard something. The morning I was there, I heard someone scream and then there was a woman crying, and I don't know what's going on inside that mansion, but I am telling you, You shouldn't face whatever's inside alone.
Before I can stop myself, a heavy breath escapes from my mouth. It's one of those times again where Zack means well, but he's completely missing the point I'm trying to make. No, you're missing the fucking point. When things take a turn for this, when he gets in a mood like this, he's almost as headstrong as Isabella. How and where do I even start? Where the fuck's the third option? It's like, okay, come with us.
Aye. I guess we'll quickly save here. Let me...
Cliffhanger.
Clothhanger.
Clothhanger.
Clothhanger. Yeah.
What a lovely episode.
Yeah, what a lovely episode. But yeah, we have two choices here. You only get in the way. I'd feel better if I don't have to worry about you.
Both of those are kind of arsehole-ish.
They are very arsehole-ish. So in the next episode, I guess we'll definitely see which one will improve.
See what kind of arsehole we are.
Yeah, we obviously want to improve the relationship with Zack and everyone else, so we'll try and go for that because I feel like that will boast the most positive outcome. At least I feel anyway.
Hopefully. Don't fuck us, Yang Yang.
Don't fuck us over, Yang Yang, please.
But no, thanks for having me over, Jet. Neko.
Always welcome, darling.
And thanks everyone for listening. I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you in the next video. Roll the outro!